All right. What's up, YouTube? Um, I'm not really good at this. I'm not gonna pretend to be. This isn't scripted. Um, but this is like a commitment for myself, and I'm gonna explain a little bit of the reasons why and what I've enjoyed about YouTube this far. Um, kind of how why I don't feel like we've failed, and we've had such a great God, this is so hard. But we've had such a great last 3 months. I've been streaming 6 days a week, 5 hours a day for the last 3 months. And it's been the most incredible journey so far. And I just feel like for the first time ever that I could make this dream a reality. And what I mean by this dream and like what this goal is, like one of my biggest goals, and it has been for a long time, is to stream full time. Because I like making content. I like making friends. I've been off and on making content now. You can check my oldest video. I think is 9 years old now. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna try and like relax a little more and just kind of like take it off like the top of the head. But it's like we're building a community, and the community's been better than I even expected. And like it's helped me realize like a lot of things about myself. I think one thing about streaming and one thing that's so scary about making content and streaming in general is that like I feel like it's pretty normal in this day and age to just be very hard on yourself. And I think that with YouTube, the point of this even like video, I don't even know like how many minutes we're in. Yeah, 2 minutes in, Jesus. Yeah, balance, shut up. Like just do the intro. But it's hard. It's YouTube's very hard because people are just so good at it nowadays. And I am very hypercritical of myself, and I want to make the best content the best content I can as possible. I think that's how you say that. But like that's just not realistic. In all honesty, it's just not. Like I only take one day off a week already, and like it's just I'm done trying to keep up with like all the MLG editing and the 1.5 second clip cuts every couple of seconds and the really insane elaborate intros. It's like no, like I want to put in, I'm not saying like oh I don't want to put in effort to videos. It's just like I I'm happy right now, and our YouTube's doing okay. Like it's doing well, right? Um but it's like I'm going to stick to the things that make me happy. And when you stream 5 to 6 hours every like 6 days a week, and then you spend, like 2 hours like prepping, you got to get stuff ready in games. If you're going to be doing a challenge, you got to be doing stuff for Discord and planning events. You don't need to be doing things. And that's actually a big mindset shift I've had recently too, is that you get to do these things. And it's like a privilege to be able to do these things. Um but like I've been happy like with like where we're at, and ultimately I want to use YouTube as a almost like a photo album, or like a memory bank of like all of like the fun journeys, because like Twitch does delete your VODs after 30 days, and I think we've had like some really really fun streams. I think we've had some great conversations. I think we've done some really fun and cool stuff and hit some cool milestones. And so, starting today, sorry, I know it took me 4 minutes to get there. And if you're even still watching this video, like, I know you actually are here for me, and that means a lot. Like, thank you for being here. Thank you. I know my content is not, there's millions of other people who are way more entertaining and way better at this than I am. But I think part of like what I've realized and part of like what this video is about is me committing to like it's not going to be perfect. Like all we can do is do the best that we can. And like there's this analogy I saw in a different video where it's like there's this guy or this teacher, okay? And there's two groups, okay? One group is focused on it. The class is like pottery, essentially like an art class, okay? And one group is focused on quality, and the other is focused on quantity, okay? And the goal for them both is to see who can make the perfect pot, right? And so, first group starts, they're just focused on quality. They're making the best quality products that they can, right? Or quality pots, okay? And the other group is just making as pots as quickly as they can and just, doing it, getting their reps in, just making pot after pot after pot after pot. And so when the teacher examines finally all the pots after 2 weeks of like which group had the closest pot to being perfect or like the ideal pot, because I guess there's no such thing as like a perfect pot, but like the closest thing, right? It was actually the group that did it through repetition. And I think that's kind of like what my goal is going to be with YouTube is maybe we have more cameos like this, or maybe this is super cringe. I don't know, but I'm trying and I'm putting myself out there, and that's horrifying in itself. But like, who cares at the end of the day? Like, if you don't enjoy it, people don't have to watch. But if people do like get inspiration from this or enjoy it or have questions that they think I might be able to answer, it's like this video and these videos that I make are for you. Because like ultimately that's like why we're doing this. Like that's like my why. When I wrote down like all my goals, so this part is a little scripted, I guess, but not really, because I don't know. We're putting this up uncut, and that's just we're trying. Okay, we're figuring it out. But part of our why is to be ambitious, be creative, be kind, be patient, and be true to yourself, and don't settle. And I like stand by that honestly, because like those are all things that like I think have made me the happiest I've ever been in life and in general, and like bringing joy to yourself, right? Which for me is like my creative outlet, and simultaneously bringing joy to others gives me like a really great sense of fulfillment, and it makes me really happy it makes my why like this is like why we do this, you know what I mean? And I know I'm just yapping about, but I don't know. This is a big deal for me because I really want to start uploading. I like YouTube. I grew up watching, PewDiePie, Wreckful, Soda Poppin', Shroud, like Ludwig, and now I even watch like Jinxie. And I just think there's so many great creators. And I think that they've inspired me, whether it was like to go to the gym, whether it was to get really good at WoW, whether it's, in like little like goofy ways. And I'm like not afraid to admit that. But I want to create a different space where like it has that same vibe, but like it actually reinforces the idea of like building like friendships and helping people make friends and helping people through like tough relationship things and not taking things personal if they had good intentions. You know what I mean? Which I know can be like, I don't know. I don't know how we're going to do it. I don't know if it's even going to land, but we're going to try. And I'm done trying to be this like YouTube machine that we just, we make God, that we make like I hate looking at myself, sorry. We're not gonna be this like YouTube machine that like we just pump out videos for the sake of getting subscribers or like, it's like no, like we're gonna make stuff that we're passionate about and we like the idea and the concept. And if people like it as well, then great. We'll keep making more. But if it doesn't really land, cool. On to the next one. And it's that simple, right? Which is it's hard to like, because before, right? I'm sorry, I know this has gone on 10 minutes now, and I doubt there's like anybody watching this at this point, but I don't know. This is like for me, for whatever one or two people like actually like give a shit. I'm doing my best to be the best version of myself, and um my biggest hurdle right now in that process is just doing, just needing to do, and to be okay with not being perfect or great at something, but like just knowing that we make a bunch of pots, like eventually we're going to create that perfect pot, you know, or close to perfect, right? And like those are, and to be what that perfect pot like symbolizes is going to be like that video that inspires or brings joy to a bunch of people. That's really it. But yeah, we're going to start uploading once a day. So we'll get better. It's probably the worst video uploaded on YouTube ever. But we're trying. So all that matters, right? All right, guys. I will see you in the next one. Probably won't be talking as much, but I don't know. We'll see. We made a spreadsheet with like I literally at this point have like 500 ideas. So I don't know. Could be, whatever. Okay. I'm going to shut up now. Peace.